Some of you may have seen the video where I lament over the fact that I failed to find Vivienne anywhere in Skellige. That is of course after she vows to go there in the end of our encounter with her in Novigrad. For those of you unaware of this, if you choose to go with the egg ritual, which leaves Vivienne with only 7 more years to live, a week or so after the ending of Blood and Wine, she can be found standing at the shores of Novigrad, looking pretty good and happy. Anyway, she was nowhere to be found in Skellige until this gentleman came into my comment section and said we could use a console command to sort of fix that. Then I looked up her wiki page and it claims the console command does indeed add Vivienne in Skellige, but she can't be interacted with. So I tested it quickly, and while it's true that you cannot speak with her, there aren't any more cutscenes. She doesn't just stand there. In fact, she does quite a lot of things if you decide to stalk her, like I did, for literally days worth of in-game time. So here's the story of me following Vivienne around Skellige. Oh, and by the way, I used the console command right before I talked to her in Novigrad, as stated here, in case you were wondering. Initially, I found her in the Care-Trolled Inn, actually the very same room in which Yennefer resided. She stands there for a while, but then she begins her journey. Based on my findings, she would randomly alternate between 4 activities at 4 locations. The first one, she goes to the docks, stops and starts chasing a butterfly, which randomly appears next to her. After a few seconds, she catches it and then releases it again. This sequence repeats for as long as she stays there, and then she moves on. Her second activity and location is right in front of the inn. Oh, I should have probably started with that, but it came up second in my case. So anyway, she stops there, pulls out a handkerchief, and blows her nose. Yeah, just that. She does it a couple of times, and then proceeds to do something else. The third place she goes is the outskirts of Care-Trolled, and she would walk up there, lie down on the grass and enjoy the scenery. Occasionally she would raise a glass of wine as if making a toast and drink from it, and on other occasions she would start eating grapes. These things once again repeat for a while and then she moves on. Now the fourth location is actually quite the long journey. She slowly walks all the way up to the bridge. The same one Geralt goes to meet Yennefer on, you know, right before the wake, where you get introduced to Burna Bran. So after quite some time of walking, she goes there, stretches out for 10 seconds or so, and then proceeds to slowly walk all the way back down to do one of the other 3 things that I just mentioned. And these activities repeat over and over and over again, and after all the time I spent with her, she never actually went back to the inn in Yennefer's room. I suppose I could have just been unlucky, and it's possible that from time to time she would return, but she didn't in my case. So anyway, these are the things that Vivienne apparently does in Skellige if you summon her through the console command. I cannot confirm whether or not she's supposed to have a cutscene that is bugged or something and just doesn't trigger or not, but yeah, I just wanted to share my findings, and that's all I had for you. Tell me what you think of this. Thank you very much once again. I was so upset that I couldn't find her back in the day, and I'm glad I can put this to rest, or at least partially. To the rest of you guys, I thank you very much for watching. I shall end this video by playing the encounter in Novigrad, in case you've missed it, and until the next one, stay tuned and be good.
Vivienne, hey.
Witcher, so good to see you.
How do you feel? No relapse?
None. I feel wonderful. You've no idea how relieved I am. I went to see a mama's play in Pont Venice, out of doors, and it went on late into the night. And I did not need to flee at dusk. I also attended Baroness de Codel's ball, danced to the break of dawn.
What's brought you to Novigrad?
I've toured the entire city already. Now I seek a ship to take me to the Skellige Isles. I've heard there are beautiful flying sirens there, and mountains that rise out of the sea into the sky. Is any of it true?
It all is, actually. Except you'll want to watch out for the sirens. As beautiful as they are dangerous.
I shall be careful, I promise. Farewell, Geralt. Ah, one last thing. I would like you to have this. I kept it at first as a memento, but I think I prefer not to have anything to remind me of that time. Will you take it?
Of course. Thank you. And take care.